The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Welcome, everyone, to this week's edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week we're going to start with Mike Falk in the town of Lima. Mike, what's Lima looking like?
Hi, Chris. Thanks for having us. There is still no heat in the Lima Town Hall. It's like 47 degrees in here. We expect that maybe the week of Thanksgiving, they'll be able to fire up the system. The lines have been pressure tested and all that, and they're still working on those pieces. The electricians are a little behind, but, electricians. If you do get a chance to come outside and take a look at the front of the town hall, you'll see that the Daughters of the American Revolution have done their flag display for Veterans Day, and it's still out there, and it is gorgeous. People had the opportunity to purchase flags for their loved ones who are veterans with their names on them, and definitely worth going and photographing. On the 29th of November, we will be having a craft bazaar here in the town hall. Hopefully it'll be warm enough. And then it'll be followed by the tree lighting outside starting at 6 p.m. With hot cocoa and caroling and Santa, etc. The annual Veterans Collection done by VFW Post 26 is going to be December 6th from 10 to 2 here at the then crisp and warm Town Hall. This is the annual event where the vets collect items for veterans who are in nursing care and hospice. So things like socks, t-shirts, toothpaste, makeup, sweatpants, body wash, deodorant, toothbrushes, those kinds of things. Anything to bring comfort to someone who is in the hospital or nursing care. We'll then distribute them afterwards. Last year, everybody was very generous. We took in thousands of dollars worth of items and got them out to the veterans. And so we hope to do the same again this year. Congratulations to Mount Morris teen Savannah Ebersole, who has been chosen to represent Livingston County on the New York State Governor's Youth Council. The Youth Council brings together 62 young people, ages 13 to 21, from every county across New York State to act as liaisons between local youth and state government. Members work directly with state lawmakers to address key issues affecting the state's younger population, such as mental health, education, and substance abuse. Ebersole is the third Livingston County resident to serve on the Governor's Youth Council since its inception in 2020. And as a youth council member, she will participate in regional and statewide meetings several times each month, focused on positive youth development. She did receive a full scholarship to attend the Hugh O'Brien Youth World Leadership Conference in Chicago this past summer, where she met with fellow students around the world with the goal of becoming more confident, caring leaders and active global citizens. Livingston County has recognized November as Adoption Awareness Month. The observance of National Adoption Month began in 1995, and the Livingston County Board of Supervisors proclamation reminds residents that adoption can offer the hope of a better tomorrow for children in foster care. If you'd like more information on becoming a foster or adoptive parent, please contact the Livingston County Department of Social Services at 585-243-7300. We had Livingston County currently is using a piece of software called Placer.ai. Placer.ai is something that is used to estimate attendance at different events like festivals. And so it's not intended to be a true attendance record where everybody gets a stamp and there's a clicker and all that. It is a tool that's used to track approximate foot traffic based on a proprietary algorithm to estimate visitor behavior of all ages by analyzing and aggregating location data from a panel of mobile devices. What does that mean? They're tracking your cell phone, and they have access to all of the dirty apps on your cell phone that bray data all the time so that they know that you have children, that they know your education level, that they know how many cars you have, they know your originating zip code, they know where you go to, etc. Key algorithms differentiate between visitors, employees, and residents based on the length of stay at the event. So they screen out the folks that are actually working at if they're there all day. The data employs privacy preserving methods, such as k-anonymity, where the data is aggregated into groups of at least 50 unique devices. So you're also not allowed to survey on schools or churches. So it's provided a little bit of a problem for getting an accurate count for the Crossroads Festival, because we do use the church lawn in the middle of town, and we also have a backpack giveaway that goes on at Crossroads Church on the Thursday of the festival. And we also have the 5K, which starts and ends at the Crossroads Church. So we're working with them to make sure that we're actually opening it up then to a town-wide swath to see if we can get some better data. For the Pumpkin Festival, though, recognizing the limitations of everything, we had 1,600 visitors based on the criteria that I just listed. Probably a little bit less than last year. Last year's Pumpkin Festival benefited from the homecoming weekend, where everybody was in Honeoye Falls for the parade, and then if they didn't want to go to the football game, they brought the small children over to the Pumpkin Festival, and it was a much larger crowd. So that is there. And lastly, November 9th is a grim anniversary here in Livingston County of the death of Tammy Jo Alexander. Tammy Jo Alexander was murdered November 9th, 1979 in rural Caledonia, over on Highway 20, approximately a half mile south of Route 5. She was wearing tan corduroys, a multicolored plaid cotton polyester shirt, blue socks, brown ripple sole shoes, red nylon lined windbreaker with black stripes down the arms. The windbreaker was made by Autosports Inc. If anybody is familiar with that company, please contact the Livingston County Sheriff's Office immediately. The jewelry she was wearing included one silver necklace with 3 small turquoise stones, 2 keychains. One was a heart and the other was a key to the heart. This is still an unsolved cold case, and the Sheriff's Department is not letting go. If you have any information about Tammy Jo Alexander, please contact Sheriff Thomas Doherty at 243-7100. And that's all I've got, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Rick, what's going on in Honeoye Falls?
Well, as always, Chris, thank you for hosting this. We've got a lot of things going on. You know, of course, we're within 2 weeks of Thanksgiving, and this time of year, it just seems to, pile up truly. Whether it's weather this time of year with the changes, or people taking time off, or just a lot of things happening with last minute details, right? So it's a busy time, but that's a good thing. We like to be busy. In the village, I just want to talk a little bit about a couple of things we have talked about in the past, but the roof project and the generator project at the Honeoye Falls Fire Hall. The roof project is completed. We're very happy about the way that came out. The generator work, which is a new generator that will take care of the whole building. The generator that's been in place for a number of years only powered part of the building. And unfortunately, it didn't power the truck bays. So getting the trucks out could be a problem. We have a new generator going in, and both of these projects have been funded or are being funded through what's called a SAM grant. And that was something I worked on with Assemblymember Lunsford. She's been very supportive of the village the last few years, and she is providing the funds through the SAMS grant for both these projects, and it's very much appreciated. So the projects are being completed. I have sent the funding request into the state. Basically, this is one of those grants where the village has to pay for everything up front, and then we submit the invoices and we get the money back. But it's a great program, and it's saving us a couple $100,000. So that's wonderful. I've talked a lot over the last year about the East Street Bridge. That project is finally completed. All of the elements of the work that were being used under the bridge and on top of the bridge have been removed. So we're in pretty good shape now. We do know that there is going to be a project at some point in time, and I think the not too distant future, where they're going to want to resurface the whole top side of the bridge. But when that's going to happen, we don't know. And quite honestly, I'm hoping it's not going to be for a couple of years, because we've been tied up there for long enough. But again, we appreciate the DOT's efforts to get this work done. Next, we've had 5 second grade classes coming through on tours of the village. They've gone to the village hall, they've gone to the museum, they've gone to the Honeoye Falls Fire Department. What a great group of kids. And this is a project and a program I just love that the HFL school district continues. It'd been a couple of years and they're getting back into this project, but the kids do a little walkthrough tour of these 3 facilities. They learn a lot about the history of the village and about the buildings. And it's just so pleasant to have these kids coming in and all the questions and engagement that they have. It's just a lot of fun. So I thank the HFL school district and all the teachers that take support or that support this project. We currently have a new playground going in at the Monroe Street Park. This is being put in because, that park gets a lot of use with all the softball games and programs that are up there, as well as the skate park that we're trying to finish. But the village did have some more ARPA funding that we needed to spend for the end of the year. And the ARPA funding is supposed to go to projects that benefit the whole community. And certainly upgrades to our parks benefit everyone who wants to use them. So Bears Playground is in there putting in a nice new playground now. And in the spring, we're planning on putting in another pavilion, which will be nice for that park because it doesn't have any now. And we're really trying to upgrade our park. So we're looking forward to having this done. We have a couple of events coming up. Obviously, we're still not quite to December yet, thank goodness, but we do have a lot of events to be thinking about and putting on your calendar. December 11th, which is a Thursday, beginning at around 6 p.m., we're going to have hopefully our first annual Light Up the Village event, where we are going to do the official lighting of our Christmas tree or, some other implement at Harry Allen Park. There's going to be some students from the HFL chorus group that are going to come in and sing some Christmas carols, some holiday carols. And we're hoping our businesses will take part in their decoration of their businesses and maybe stay open a little bit later that night or have some special events going on as well. So that's December 11th. Then shortly thereafter, we have on December 13th is the Christmas parade. That's a Saturday. We're looking forward to that. That starts again at 6:30 p.m. And that is a huge event. As we know, there's usually somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 people that come into the village for that event. And we're looking forward to continuing that. And as a matter of fact, as of this taping, we had a meeting with the Monroe County Sheriff's Department today to go over all of the safety issues for that event and all the safety planning and road closures, etc. So it's coming, planning is coming along well, and we're looking forward to that event. On Wednesday, December 17th, again at around 6 o'clock p.m., that will be the lighting of the menorah, which has been a new annual event. It's been going on for about 3 years now. That takes place at the Pocket Park on West Main Street, up near where the totem pole is and the picnic tables. That's a wonderful event that we really enjoy each year now. And I believe after the event this year, there's going to be a social gathering within the town hall. And I'm sure we'll hear more about that as the event gets a little closer. And then lastly, on Sunday, December 21st at around 5 p.m., starting at 5:30, I think, is the annual Living Nativity, when that takes place at Harry Allen Park as well. That's been a very nice event, meaningful event for people to take part in. And again, that is on Sunday, December 21st. So some great events coming up. And I know there's others. We know that Lattimore Physical Therapy and Main Street Cafe usually do the lighting of their Christmas tree. We believe that is still happening, but we'll get that confirmed, and we'll talk about that in our next Sentinel visit. And I think that's really it for us as far as the village goes. The only thing I'll talk about from a county standpoint is we are now into the budget process for the Monroe County budget. That is a big event as well. It's a lot of meetings, a lot of discussions. That's a $1.5 billion budget. So it's a little bit different from our village budget or town budgets, but it's we're getting into the midst of that, and that will take up a lot of time for me during the month of December and into January. So that's it for me, Chris. I appreciate the opportunity to be on. And next week coming up is not this coming week, but the week after is Thanksgiving, and a lot of plans for that. So get ready for a lot of food. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Rick. Now it's over to John in Mendon. John, what's moving in Mendon?
Well, I'm in about the 8th inning of my tenure here. And after listening to Supervisor Falk talk about all the smartphone tracking, I think I want to go home and get my flip phone out of my sock drawer. But a couple of things in Mendon. On the serious note, we did have our Veterans Day ceremony at the Four Corners in Honeoye Falls. Want to thank Legion Post 664 for that annual event. They do a great job. Immediately following was the Veterans Day lunch at the Mendon Community Center, attended by about 75 veterans and their families. We want to thank everyone for their service. And this is something that started during my time here. And I hope it continues, because I think it's a valuable thing that we do here in town. Let's see. Town Hall is going to be closed on November 27th and 28th. I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. The Mendon Youth Center is now open, and it is open Monday through Thursday on HFL school days from 2 to 6 p.m. It is open for middle school students or age equivalent, because we do have some homeschooled or some private school students attend. There is no residency requirement to the town of Mendon. Let's see. I also met with the incoming supervisor yesterday to start a transition, and my handwriting was better. I wouldn't need these, but let's see. We have a public hearing coming up on December 8th regarding closing a portion of Stony Lonesome Road. That is the part of Stony Lonesome Road where it meets Route 65 Clover Street on the east side. The west side would still have access to the intersection at Clover Street. The east side, it would be a dead end going from Quaker Meeting House Road over to Clover Street, and it would stop there. You couldn't access Clover Street at that point. So we'll have a public hearing on December 8th. Encourage any residents who would like to give an opinion to attend, or they can send me an email and I will enter it into the public record. Holidays in the Hamlet's coming up on December 3rd, where the businesses in the Hamlet are open for extended hours. And there's lots of fun activities and things going on in the Hamlet that day. So I would encourage everyone to go down and shop. And the way we keep these businesses operating locally is to go and shop there, because that's the only way we're going to keep them. And obviously, we have a few empty storefronts in the Hamlet, as well as the village of Honeoye Falls, and we need to shop local if we're going to keep these kinds of businesses around. With all the internet shopping, I know it's awful tempting to sit on the couch and order something and have it show up on your doorstep the next day, but that's not going to keep these businesses in operation if we continue to shop that way. And I think that covers it for me today. We look forward to an extended weekend and wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Very well. Nothing more, Mike, on your end. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for watching. Remember, this program airs every Sunday at 1 o'clock on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Otherwise, you can just go and catch it up what you want. But you could like the page or subscribe to the channel, and those platforms will notify you when the program begins. Otherwise, you can read the transcript in next week's paper. That's all for now. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye. Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.